perform task 10, which is just running a chemistry and a electrolyte panel in-house here at my practice. So all my machines are all lined up right here. This is the VETT lab station, which has my lab request in there for the Chem 15 that I need to run and my electrolytes. Over here is our Catalyst DX, which is going to run our actual chemistry, which is going to be testing for our kidney values, our liver values, our blood glucose. And then this machine right over here is our VETT light machine, which is going to be testing for our potassium, our sodium, and our chloride. So my sample is up in here, which my little centrifuge that has spun down for 2 minutes at 13,400 RPM. So it's already spun down, so I'm going to go ahead and open it up and take out my sample. And my sample is plasma because it is in little light green tubes. So, first thing I'm going to do, I have a little paper towel over here that has all my supplies. I have a pipette to take out my plasma sample, 2 clean, clear cups just to put my sample in to run them in the tests. And then I have my Chem 15 slides that have been sitting out a little while now. We keep them in the fridge until they're ready to be used. So first thing I'm going to do on my VETT lab station, I'm going to select my patient that I'm running the blood work for. I'm going to hit run. I'm going to select the Catalyst DX, which is going to run the chemistry, the Chem 15, and then I'm going to select my VETT light, which is the machine over here that's going to run my electrolytes. And then I'm going to hit run. So then that's going to send all the information to both of the machines that I need to use to run for my blood work. So what I'm going to do is over here, I'm just going to select my patient. I'm going to hit select. And then it gives me my sample type that I can put in that I'm using. So it's going to be plasma, and I'm going to hit next. It's going to open up this little drawer over here, which is where I'm going to put my sample and my slides. So first thing I'm going to do, I'll try to slide this over just a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I have one of my cups. I'm going to put it right there. I'm taking off the light green top for my patient. I'm using one of my pipettes, and I'm going to just suck up the plasma sample and put it in the cup to keep it as clean and sterile as possible so that we try not to contaminate anything. Okay. Put the top back on. And then I'm just going to take that sample and put it in the little cup holder in here. And as far as my slides for my chemistry, I'm just going to open that up. And we're going to grab the black part because we don't want to contaminate the slides. So you just grab this black part. And then IDEX is going to be facing up. So you just kind of lower this in the machine as so. And so I loaded my sample, I loaded my slides, you just tap run. And that's going to be running our chemistry, which again is going to be testing for our liver values, our kidney values, our blood glucose, etc., etc. And I'm going to throw these out. And then next thing I'm going to do is take my other light green tube. And again, I'm just going to take my pipette. And I'm going to put the sample in the cup. And this is going to be for my electrolytes. I'm going to put my cap back on. Okay. So again, I have my sample in my little cup right here. And then I'm just going to move the camera over just so you can see a little bit better. So it's asking if I want to test for this patient. I'm going to hit yes. I'm going to lift up this little door right here, and it's going to have a little pipette come out, which is going to take my sample. It says please wait, introduce sample. So now right here it's going to take my sample. And again, this is going to be testing for my electrolytes, my chloride, my potassium, and my sodium. I'm going to take a Kim wipe and just gently wipe off the pipette. Keep it as clean as possible. I'm going to close that drawer, and that's going to be done relatively quickly. It usually takes about 30 seconds, 35 seconds for that machine, and it generally takes about 7-8 minutes for the chemistry machine. So I'm just going to wait for those to run, and in a little bit we'll just check to make sure that it got transferred over to our computer system, because these machines are linked with our computer system, to make sure that all of our blood results get put into the computer, and we'll go over a couple of the results at that point.